How you guys doing? So today's video, I wanted to go over how much I spent for my Galactic Legend Ray. So let me get it started. This is my whole upgrading process. I recorded myself like off stream, off of videos, or just pretty much off stream because this isn't a video. So what did I do and how much did I spend in order to get her recently fast? Whenever I upload this, probably on a Monday or Tuesday. I might be close to unlocking her right now. I'm at 85 out of the 330 shards for her. So, if I were to do my math right, it's going to take me 3, 4, maybe 5 more days to unlock her. And that's not even going over her ultimate ability. Her ultimate's going to take even probably, as much long of a time or even double the amount of time for getting all those 70 tickets, which is 70 times 10, which is just crazy, crazy, crazy farming. You're pretty much just going to miss out on like almost 1 to 2 months worth of farming for like a GAC if you're really PvP focused, and that's not good. Okay, but how much did I spend? And to really understand how much I spent, we got to go back when it was first released, or not really released, when we first knew about the event coming for these events. So when that was first released and we knew what it was going to be, the announcement, I started farming and hoarding immediately. So I started hoarding pretty much the day I heard about that. So that was like what, in December-ish, November maybe. Maybe it was longer. Maybe that was right. I forget. Maybe like November. I'm gonna say November is when we found out. I started hoarding immediately. So I've been farming for like the last 4, maybe 5. I would just say 4 months because I was probably spending a month, figuring out what I was gonna farm. So 4 months worth of farming. I got literally every piece of signal data and the relic scrap materials ready to get all of my requirements done. So this video you're watching right now on screen is all of my farms I did for the materials. This was all free-to-play friendly. I did this all free-to-play within 3 to 4 months leading up to the release of the event. But my downfall here and why I had to spend some money, some big money, is the gear. The gear is still the biggest crunch in this game, and they said that they were going to alleviate it, but they have done jack squat to alleviate it. It is still a huge, huge presence, and it will still kill us for those spenders to spend and having to get the next best thing, or just to upgrade anything in general. They have to have something nice to alleviate some of the gear crunch with this upcoming raid, and also just in general, giving us some better rewards from the tank raid, the pit raid, even the everything, Sith raid, everything. We just need more gear, some better gear. We don't need these crappy old gear pieces. We don't need any more. We need, those eyeballs. We need the guns. We need the carbs. We need more Kairos for sure. So I got everything here, the data, all free to play done. What I need to spend money on, though, I would say, I think the total estimate I spent would be $300 to $400, and that was just on gear pieces. And also, some of that money, I would say 300 was on the gear pieces, and around 100 or so was on to get my Poe to 7-star. I did have some crystals saved up along the whole journey of me saving up the data, the signal data. So I had an extra good chunk of crystals to actually get my Finn up relatively fast rather, to 7-star with just the remaining crystals I had. And the shipments you can probably see in the store still, the weekly shipments, you can buy 50 shards for 4,000 crystals of both Finn and Poe, and you can buy up to 2 of them. So I did that a little bit for Finn, and I got him done. And I was already farming his node, already before the event dropped. But for Poe, his node was not farmable until the event was live. So for him, I did have to spend, and that was around $100, I would say, to get into 7-star. But the gear, I gotta tell you guys, the gear is the biggest thing here. I had to spend like $300 on Kairos, on what else? I know Kairos are the biggest thing, but Gear 12 Plus pieces, Finisher pieces, even Gear 12 pieces, literally everything from getting somebody Gear 12 to Gear 13, all of those pieces I had to spend money on. I did get I would say 4 or 5 maybe free to play done with the gear, because I already had some of the resistance close to being Gear 13 already previously going into it, but I did not have my Holdo even unlocked. I didn't even have my Rose unlocked. I had to do all those gear things, done from scratch. So I had to spend so much money on the Kairos. So like I would say 300 is a great estimate for the amount I've spent on just getting the gear for unlocking her. So that does not even include what I have to spend now in order to get her my new Ray Relic 7. So if you didn't know the gear for her, you can check out on .gg, but she needs 700 Kairos, 300 of the shock prods, and 400 of the battle computers. So that's 700, and then she needs 400 stun guns. All the other pieces are relatively easy to come by, but the biggest gear crunch, like I just said earlier, the gear crunch is huge. It is so bad right now in the game, and the biggest crunches in that whole thing is the guns and the Chirotechs. Those are so bad. They are so bad. You do not get enough, not even close to enough, to be able to, you know, get some of these events done relatively fast. The free-to-play way of getting these stuff done is not even exist anymore, unless you just want to wait a whole year to do it. And there will be people that do that, but for me, I just don't want to, especially for me wanting to do some videos on these people, using them myself, figuring them out, you know, helping you guys out. It's not in the cards for me. I want to help you guys out. I want to do this, so I want to get these guys done. So, yeah, $300 I would say to just unlock Ray. I'm going to have to spend probably another $200 to get her Relic 7. So, all in all, this whole event, getting my entire team ready to go, you know, Relic 7 Ray, relics on everybody else I already have from the requirements. All in all, it's going to take me around, you know, $1,000, $500. So comparing that though to what I spent on gas back in October, it was probably around half. I think I spent like $200 to $250 onto getting gas for the gear. Same thing, the gear crunch. It was nothing about the signal data. It was nothing about the stars and the shards rather for these characters. Guess what it was? It was the gear. You're spending money on gear in this game, guys. You know how sucky that is? How bad and crappy that is? It is such a bad feeling to spend money on shock prods, on battle computers, on stun guns. It is not fun. And I really hope that they fix that soon. So yeah, just to kind of close this out, how long have we been going here? We got 2 minutes until I'm done with all my footage here. I mean, this is, I think from what we're seeing here, I think I already had JTR Relic up, and I had the new Finn up, so this was like the next 10 or so characters, like 9 characters, or I don't know. And me maxing them out on my video here. So yeah, if you guys don't believe that I got all of my signal data and the relic materials free to play, you can believe that. I can, you know, I can see that. That's really hard to come by. But you gotta understand that if you do 3 times refreshes every single day for the data for a week, you can get somebody Relic 7 in a week if you do that. I did a video. I'll probably link it here somewhere. I don't know, like a card or something. I don't know, of how to farm that up super fast. I think the first early pieces on of doing my farms, I did, like I said, I had a lot of crystals saved up in hoarding. I bought some of the blue signal data pieces, and that really helped me out. But I needed like so much of the other pieces. I needed so much. And then not even that. That was probably the easiest part. The hardest part was trying to not go too overboard with, you know, the circuit boards, the wiring. Those 2 things, the circuit boards and the wiring, if you are not a long-time player, I don't see how you guys can get that done. Because there is just not enough of your gear to crunch down and build those pieces. The circuit boards are one of them, and the wiring are the other pieces. So, like here, I had everything except for probably, you know, a few handful of the honeycombs, or not honeycombs, the one transistor or whatever. I got them done though. It didn't take me too long. These are stupid easy pieces to craft. So like, let me see, how close was I? 8 pieces. Well, 8 and a little bit more. So I'd probably say I was like, see, these are so easy to come by. I'm gonna just say I got all of these done free to play because I really did. But yeah, the circuit board's really hard to come by for free to play, and the wirings are really hard to come by as well. Everything else for the data was really easy for me to farm. And I mean, if you don't want to do, like, you already know going into it, you don't want to go free to play, then all you gotta do is just, you know, there's some really good packs that come out. I know I hate buying packs, and you guys do too, but there's really good deal packs for $10. You get a lot of signal data, and it can boost up your farms immensely. So I did buy, I think, almost all of those. So I guess even if you want to add on to that, it was probably, you know, 300 and some change just round up to 350, I guess you can say. And then I got to spend 200 on getting my Ray to Relic 7. So $550, let's just say that's the total number I spent on getting her done. Fully completed, done. My Ray. $550. So if you guys want to know what that is, and that was with me farming for 4 months and hoarding. So imagine what you had to spend if you did not have any of these done relatively fast, or previously rather. You know, I don't even want to do the math on the first order for Kylo. That, for me, that's going to be too much money. I'm not going to spend that. Not even for me being a YouTuber. Not going to do that. I don't even want to think about doing that anytime soon. But yeah, Ray is $550. Thank you guys for watching. And maybe this will help you, you know, kind of figure things out yourself, what you should be spending on these different packs. If you would be interested in me doing those packs and going over those, maybe, but I feel like it's pretty self-explanatory for the most part. It's just about hoarding and hoarding in this game. Gear is still a really huge issue. The Chirotechs, the stun guns, those are two biggest things there. I think that the signal net is very easy to come by for the most part. But yeah, that's about it. Thank you guys for watching. Hopefully you enjoyed this video, and until next time, guys, I'll see y'all later. And last thing here, actually, before I hop off, please, 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 if you are a sub, please turn on your notifications, because YouTube is struggling so hard for my stuff to be noticed by people. My streams, people are not getting notified from YouTube for the streams, right? Sometimes for videos too. So be sure, if you are a sub, to turn that on so you are notified, or just join Discord down below in the description. I always tag for videos and streams. So that's it, guys, and I'll see y'all later. Peace out.